Good evening, man. Good evening. Can you hear me? You can just unmute yourself and speak so that I will ensure that you are with me. Hello. You can unmute yourself and speak up. You can unmute yourself and speak up. Can you hear me?
Fanya did not go to school, did she?
Hello.
Kò yé yín
Hello.
nígbà tó ní ṣé ọmọ àtúntò.
Yeah. Mary.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Okay. Welcome. So, please, if I don't allow you to speak or I don't call your name, try to mute your mic, right, so that every one of you can hear me clearly. Okay. Welcome to today's session. Right. I just decided to organize this particular session. It was not. I didn't inform everyone on time. Right. So I'm making a recording of this so that in case of anyone who misses it, can always come back to it. Okay. It's no longer news that the exam will be coming up in days, or let's say hours from now. I get it because during my time, right, though I wasn't as serious as you guys, right? But I don't expect any of you to be reading textbook by now. Like then you should probably just revision. Okay, what did I not know? What did I know? Like trying to evaluate yourself. That's what you should be doing from now till your exam. I guess. Okay, now what should you do? Right? What are the secrets to exam success? Okay. The number one secret to exam success is adequate preparation. Right? Adequate preparation. Sorry, minute. Adequate preparation. And I believe that every one of you here must have actually prepared very well. Right? That is read textbook, attend test tutorials online, tutorial online or physical, whichever one you had access to. Right? I believe you must have done that. See, that's not all because I've actually seen some persons who actually attended good tutorials, right? Had all the textbook or the best textbook in their arsenals, but yet failed to get their report score. This is to inform you or tell you that there are certain things that if you don't know will deprive you of a very great score, right? Okay, so what are those things? What are those things? Okay, before I proceed to telling you what those things are, those what I think they are, I guess because I believe everybody has different view to it, right? I would like each and every one of you to more or less introduce yourself, just your name, the department you're in, and how prepared you are on a scale of 0 to 100. So please do not waste any time. I don't want this meeting to last so long because I believe you should go to bed early, right? So you can wake up early to read. Okay, starting from Kachi. Kachi, can you tell us your name, department, and how prepared you are? Okay, I think Kachi is not there. Zizi or Monique, can you tell us your name, right?
Okay, Chimezrim Moneke, and I want to study pharmacy. Can you hear me?
Oh,
I want to study pharmacy,
okay.
and on the scale of 0 to 100,
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
70%.
I can hear you.
Okay, on the scale of 0 to 100,
Okay,
70%.
okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, Gift boy, let me allow you to speak. just introduce yourself, brief introduction. I think he's not there. Dr. Perfect. Dr. Perfect. Dr. Perfect is not there. Jeria. I think I should proceed. I think most people are not currently available, right? Probably they're listening while sleeping on the bed. It's possible. Okay, now, one of the things, once you've prepared well, right? You know, one of the hardest parts, I don't know for others, but one of the hardest parts to exam success is actually revising, right? The, the hardest part is revising. It's very, very easy for you to read a new thing and be good with it. I get it. Because there is there is a certain way our brain is wired, right? For instance, most of you notice that when you do certain things over and over and over again, you might you might get fed up. Like maybe when you let me put this into perspective. Okay, when you just got a phone, when your parents purchased the phone for you, I'm very sure you must like you get so addicted to it within that period of time. Every minute you want to check, okay, how many percent is my phone? Okay, let me charge my phone. Like you're all over it. But as time goes on, you get to see it every day. Okay, you get used to it. At some point, you don't even care if your phone is at 0% because no one is calling you. You don't want to call anybody. It's just even social media. You're tired of it. Like, you can it can be likened to our books we read to. Okay, let me put it this way. Okay, let's assume you read atomic or let's say stoichiometry before. Again, probably you've read stoichiometry a long time ago. If you are trying to go through that stoichiometry again, one part of your brain or part of you will be like, bro, you don't read this thing before now. Like you've actually read this stuff before. Why don't you just go to a new one? Like go to another thing, right? So and and it's not as if you actually knew everything. Like not as if you actually know everything about psychometry. It's just that our brain gets tired. They feel, oh, you've actually read this thing before. I don't know if you are getting me. Okay, so now what is the remedy? What are you expected to do in this kind of case? All right, I am each from now to your exam, right? For me, for
I'm not
me, I
hearing you,
suggest that
Paul.
we don't actually. Okay, hello, not hearing me very well. Can you hear me now? Hello, you can unmute yourself. My connection is very strong here.
I can hear
Can you
what you
hear
are
me
saying,
now?
but maybe it's from their network,
Okay,
from their side.
okay,
Because
because I'm actually using a MiFi, so is my network is very very strong here. So probably it might be from their side, but it's actually recorded. You don't have to worry at all, right? I will send everything when I'm done. Exactly. Right? Okay, so what am I saying? Now, from now to your exam, right? I don't expect you to read new thing, right? All you have to do is to evaluate yourself, right? Though is the hardest part, but honestly speaking, it will make a big difference in the long run. How do you do that? How you expected to do that? For biology,
can't hear
write
what you
out the
guys are
whole
saying.
topic.
I'm not hearing you.
Okay, who spoke just now? Is it Dr. Perfect? Let me ask someone else. Probably Vicky. I just allow you to speak now. Vicky, can you hear me? Or Zara? Zara, can you hear me? If you can hear me, just comment in the comment section. Okay, Vicky can hear me. She has confirmed that. If you can hear me, just confirm because I don't know. My network is very strong here. So if you are having difficulty hearing me, it's definitely from your end, not mine. Right? Okay, please. I don't want to waste time because I have other things to do. I sacrifice that. So I will continue now. Okay, now for biology, write all the topics that are there, right? For what do you call biology, write all the topic For chemistry, write out a topic. For physics, write out a topic. Any subject, government, CRS, write out the topics that are there, right? Okay, now when you write everything out, let's take for instance there are 18 topics, right? Not all 18 topics are very important, right? Not all 18 topics are very important. I mean very important, right? Okay, how do you know they are not important? You must have gone through the past questions several times, right? And you should know by now that, oh, these are where question is likely come from. Okay, by now you should know how to solve any question on electrochemistry, like very well. Why? Because it's a high yield question, right? Questions can come out from there very well, right? Okay, now organic chemistry, you should know that very well because questions can come out from there, right? I don't know much about government and economics. So please pardon me, right? But please try and relate everything I'm saying, right? Okay, all those topics, out of the 18 topics, let's say for instance that 10 topics are very, very important that, if I don't know these topics, I'm not sure I will sleep. I get it. So those 10 topics, list them out. Those are the topics you're going to start with. Okay, let's take for instance the first topic that every science student should know even when they wake their person from sleep is what? Acid, base, and salt. It's a high yield question. Stoichiometry, high yield question. Organic chemistry, high yield question. Metals and non-metals, high yield questions. Okay, you can have, okay, let's say metals and non-metals. Take for instance iron. Iron is, in short, you should know that offhand. Okay, you should be able to draw without you looking at the textbook, right? Use this evaluating yourself. You are evaluating yourself. Okay, iron. Okay, what can I say about iron? Right? Okay, iron is this. Iron is this. Okay, iron is a transitional metal. Okay, what's the electronic configuration of iron? You're able to write it. Okay, you're able to. Okay, how is iron extracted? All those things you should be able to what? See it offhand, right? Reading it is stressful, right? Because you've actually read that before. You feel you already know it. Do you get that? So you're closing your textbook, you're closing everything, and you are evaluating yourself. Do you get that? After doing so, check your textbook. Okay, I didn't get it very well. I didn't get it very well. Okay, you get- you notice that you can never forget it, right? Okay, if you say, okay, what are the raw materials? Instead of you mentioning CaCO3, that is calcium carbonate, you mention sodium carbonate. Oh, I made mistake there. You will never forget it again, right? After that, go to your remix. This is the time to hold remix well. Like I don't know why. When I was preparing for mine, I hardly solve past question, right? I hardly solve past question, right? I just ensure that I understand everything. And whenever I solve past question, I almost score everything, right? Because of deep understanding. I get it. Okay, now bring your remix. Open to metals and non-metals in your remix. Check question. Look for questions under the topics you've treated, right? You shouldn't just do iron and just go to the past question. No, that will waste your time. Okay, you can just move the whole of metals at once, right? Go to your remix. Oh, I read this stuff. Okay, you put it in your brain, right? Before you even check the option, you should know the answer. Okay, before you check the option, you should know the answer. Okay, which gas is responsible for global warming? Before you even check the option, because if you're checking the option, it means you are not sure, right? You should have it in mind. Okay, global warming. Okay, what are the gases? CO2. Okay, CO2 in the option. Yeah, it's there. Correct. You move on. I get it. Something like that will make you more efficient. Not only efficient, you'll be sure of yourself. I get it. But in a case whereby it's the type of option you are given that determines the one you're going to pick, it's very, very wrong. I get it. It's very, very wrong. So the number one secret you should emulate or start in short this night is what evaluate yourself. Right? Number two, hmm, don't complain, right? Don't complain, right? I'm very sure not every one of you here are 100% prepared, right? Most of the time, we're not always 100% prepared, I guess, but at least you should have done your assignment so far. But there are certain students, right? Probably they started reading early or attended a very good tutorial, right? And because of that, they must have finished the whole syllabus, right? not only finish the whole syllabus, because tutorial will not give you 100% result. You yourself have to do most of the work. Like I said, okay, probably they've gone through everything and they know it. And when you guys are together, they start asking, okay, what's this, what's this? I know I don't know it. That kind of scenario, please leave that place. Like I said, because the more you create you create a way or scenario for intimidation, the more your morale drops down. I guess the more you're not sure of yourself. Even when you open your book to read, right? You read haphazardly, right? Okay, should I open this place? I don't know this one. Should I open it? No, I don't know this place. So what I'm saying in essence is that distance yourself from anything that will create fear in you. I get it. Distance yourself from any situation that will create fear in you, right? What you don't know, try to learn it. Calm down, right? Not Don't be on a panic mode, right? Except you've not been reading. But if you've been reading, don't worry yourself, right? Don't be on a panic mode, right? All right. So the next one is that have a good or a supporting community. Supporting community can be in form of friends, right? Friends is very easy to find now, right? Online you can find, offline you can also find, whichever one that is convenient for you. Community that you can send questions to and they give you reply to that question, right? Not intimidating you or trying to whine you by saying um, uh, boss. I don't really support that. I get it because the person that might be calling you boss might even be far better than you. I get it, and it will affect you morally, right? Good. Okay. Now all what I've been saying applies to those that have read, mostly, and those that have not read too, right? Okay, for those that have not read, what is the remedy? What should you be doing by now? Okay, um, it boils down to the first point which I mentioned. Try to locate a very good student that have access, that is more experienced. Please, what are the topics I should start treating? What are the topics I should revise? Right? Considering the fact that I've not been preparing, I've been lazy and the rest, but still I want to pass, right? I want to pass. What should I do? Those topics that the person recommends to you, sit down with it, not with textbook. If you use textbook, you're just deceiving yourself. There's nothing you can learn now, right? Find something like a review, or maybe YouTube video to watch, right? If not YouTube video, there are certain textbook that summarize a particular topic, right? Then choose questions. I know for physics, but for chemistry, I'm not sure. I don't know if Remix does something like that, but for physics, get science physics, right? For each topic, they just highlight key points on that topic and then explain it and then solve questions. I guess so. Before you solve questions, you have an overview of what that topic is, right? Is that very clear? Okay. The next one, right, which I feel is the first, but I just left it lastly, is prayer, right? Pray, 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 and pray. You've done your part, right? Leave, let God do the rest for you. Um, there are certain persons when they like some persons that ask, "Oh, I don't expect you to score this to have this kind of score. What happened?" They say, "It's my system. I don't just understand what happened." And I read it too. You keep on seeing, you keep on hearing a lot of excuses, and sometimes it breaks my heart so much, right? That's why you have to pray, right? That the system you'll be given will be free, will be free of any faults of any kind, right? That you yourself will be oriented. You yourself will be calm during the course of the exam, right? During the course of the exam. Remove fear, please. Remove fear at all costs. Like when I went to write the exam, right? So there are some guys because I was attending this comeback, and so there were some guys discussing, what's this, what's that, what's this, and I was like, I was just listening because several things I don't think I slept well before the exam because the novel which I was given, I actually read it that night. So I didn't want to stress myself out. So I just stayed on my phone and we were just asking the same questions, and the rest are just I guess. So those kind of things, right? It might be good for some people, it might not be good for some people. But for me, it's not good, right? I don't know what I don't know few hours to the exam. I don't think I'm going to be in, right? So if it was someone who does not have enough confidence or whose mind was not made up, right? Once they ask certain questions and you don't know it, fear comes into you, right? Even the things which you know before will fly out, right? The things you know before, you'll be unsure of it, right? So whenever I see that this kind of thing will lead to fear in me, please just go out, right? If it's online brainstorming, you see it's intimidating you, please just exit that place and study on your own, right? Good. Now, if you comport yourself in the day of exam, come whichever question, any question you are not sure, put it the next. Don't waste any time. Don't dwell on it and saying, Momoili now, Mutika, Mutika. That's not the time for it. Right? Whatever you're not sure of, just put in next one. Whatever you're not sure of, put it in next one. Because though I understand that the time which you're given will be enough, more than enough, right? But still behave as if time is against you, right? As you behave as if time is against you, be careful not to make mistakes. Hmm? Be careful not to make mistakes. Because I recommend and I suggest that each and every one of you go through your questions twice before submitting. Like go through you like after answering the first time, you go over it again. Lead one after the other. Right? One after the other. To ensure okay, wait, I don't know. Can you still hear me? If you can hear me, please comment in the comment section so that um if you can hear me, just comment in the comment section. Okay, alright, good. Yes, I just wanted to confirm. Okay, now any question you are not sure of, go to the next one. Right? The more you dwell on a particular topic, on it. Sorry, Chidima. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Now, the more you dwell on a particular topic, on a particular question, the more you lose confidence. The more you lose confidence, the more time elapses, right? So you read this question, it doesn't sound or make sense to you. I think go to the next one, right? Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Most of the time, I don't know how they do that. But um, the tough questions, the hard questions, are usually the ones you first of all meet, right? The ones you meet, and if you are not composed, if you don't have access to the right keys, you might feel well, this is I just like go pass now, right? So once you don't know any question, once you know you have the correct answer to a particular question, don't guess at that point, right? Go to the next one, right? You should guess when you've done everything and calm down, analyze the question, but still do not have answer to it. That's when you can guess, right? So please manage your time wisely, and also sleep well, right? Sleep well, sleep very well. Most of you are going to be doctors, right? Most of you are actually aspiring to become medical doctors. Gain a, when you gain admission into medical school, right, they will tell you why sleep is very, very important. Like you have an understanding why sleep is very important. There are certain proteins, right? Certain enzymes that are necessary for the hippocampus, that is the part of the cerebrum that stores information. Right? Those proteins and enzymes are only produced whenever we are asleep. That is, when you are awake, right? You do that 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 reaction cannot take place, right? So sleep. If you feel that, oh, I have to read the whole night to cover, no, that's a big lie, a big fast lie, right? You can read for this period of time. I know that the stress is much, the tension is high. Just you might not feel like sleeping, but still, once you feel that, oh, I'm getting tired, not laziness. Laziness is different from being tired. Though, not that I tell you to sleep now. You sleep from 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. in the morning. No, that's laziness, right? Okay, you sleep. You can even take a nap of 2 hours. You wake up, you continue again, you feed again. Oh, let me take 5 minutes break. Continue. The way you assimilate will be different and faster and better than others who try to read 12 hours stretch, right? So this period of time, you've done most of the work, right? You've done most of the work if you've been diligent. So all you should be doing now is what? Evaluating yourself. Try to revise. What did I not know? What did I know? Okay, the things I know, these are the things I know. The things I don't know, all right, are they very important? If they're not very important, then try to jumble some things, go through some things, right? Um, skim through it and solve questions. You can skim through it and solve questions. Like I said, but things that are very important, read it in depthly, right? Read it in depth. Is that very clear? So I'm going to take questions, and if there's anything I'm going to add, I'll add. So if you have any question, it might not be pertaining, it might pertain to what I've said, right? It might be your own personal question that you feel I've not actually addressed, right? So anyone can just unmute yourself. You can raise up your hand, and then I will mute you. Then you speak up. Yeah, you can start asking questions now. You can use both the comment section, and if you would like to speak up, no problem. Anyone that suits you the best. I'm waiting. And if you don't have any question, you can just simply say, I don't have question, so that I don't keep on waiting. All right, Noah said no question. Vicky, no questions too. Okay, I guess everyone is fine. Everyone is clear. Okay. If Elua is typing, probably she has a question. So let's wait for her. Okay, she said she's not good in chemistry and physics. To save time, please, if Elua, is it possible for you to mute your mic and let's speak? Or mute yourself and let's talk, right? I think it's better that way, right? Or are you in a noisy place? All right, okay. You can hear me, right? Ife? Okay, shall unmute yourself, please. It will be easier when I'm communicating with you. Okay, now you said you are not good in chemistry and physics. Do you have the right materials? Do you have access to the right materials?
I have access to them. I have access to some of them, sir.
Okay, so you've not been studying it, or
I've been
why?
studying.
Why did? Okay,
I've
but
been studying them, sir.
okay, but it's hard to comprehend, right?
Yes,
Do
but
you
not
attend any
that.
tutorial?
No, sir.
Okay, you don't attend any tutorial?
Yes.
Why? Okay, you felt you're better off studying on your own, right?
Not that I wish to study on my own, but I'm the one sponsoring myself. So
Okay, I
there's no
understand.
more. That was why I couldn't attend the tutorial.
Yeah, I understand. I understand. It's fine. Okay. Now there is no time to complain and the rest of that, right? You should.
Yeah.
Okay, first, what are the textbooks you have? What are the textbooks you have for chemistry?
Do you mean is it the PDF you are talking about or the physical textbook?
Physical textbook.
I have a new school and chemistry textbook.
Do you have remix? I don't. Do you have
Sir?
remix? Do you have remix? Remix.
No, sir.
But you have it in PDF now, right?
Yes.
Okay, now here what I suggest to you. Today is Wednesday, and you have, let's say, 2 or 3 days
Yes, sir.
to go over the key concept in chemistry. Now, list out the topics. Guys, you should do that on your own, not here. Right? List out the topics you know, right? And list out the topics you don't know. Out of all the topics, right? Then out of the ones you don't know, that is topics which you don't know very well. Mark those ones which are very important, right? Mark these ones which are very important, then start solving questions on it. Or before solving questions, skim through it. Skim through a topic. For instance, now if it's a let's say metal, right? If it is a metal, for instance, metal and non-metal, just try as much as possible to skim through it. When you're skimming through a topic, it's different from reading it, right? Okay, you're just trying to move as fast as possible. Okay, this is that. Like you're moving up very fast, right? You might not remember everything. In short, you might not remember up to 50% of what you read while skimming, right? But when you are solving questions, right, you already know the parts. Like when you're solving questions on that particular topic, right, your brain will come to, oh, you saw this in that time. Ah, you saw this in that time, right? It will help those points to stick, right? It will help you to remember those important ones. And when you check the past question, like after skimming, you go back, then after skimming the topic, you solve some questions, then go back. Shit, my phone got switched off, so sorry.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So I was saying, I don't know where I stopped. Where did I stop, please?
He said that I should skim some questions.
Okay. Now go then treat some questions. After treating some questions, go back to that place and read those important parts. That is based on the question which you've treated. Is that very clear? Is that very clear? This will help you. You might not be 100% good, like I said, but it will help you to capture the main point. Um, JAMB is not like Positemi. Positemi, especially school like top federal universities, right? They test you on your understanding, but JAMB is not like that. Once you're able to like know the basic things, honestly, you'll be good, right? You'll be very, you'll be fine, right? Okay, let's say for instance now you don't know about chlorine. Let's say you don't know anything about chlorine. It's not everything that chlorine you should know, right? Okay, chlorine now. What is the preparation? How is chlorine prepared? Those are the things you should know. In short, when you treat questions, you see them, right? All those questions that are being asked are the important stuff you should know. Is that very clear? Is that clear? Ife?
Yes, Yes,
All
sir.
right. Okay, no problem. Eniola, you said you have a question. You can go on. You can proceed. I think Eniola is not okay. Eniola, you can just unmute it. I just unmuted you now. You can speak up if you have a question. Okay. Eniola asked, how do we know if a topic is important or not? Because the ones we think might not be important might now be the one to come out. That is very true, right? Um, the now, not when I say topics, the reason why I categorize it that way are for people who might not have treated everything, right? Probably are just trying to catch up. They want to catch up, right? Because I believe every student that have been dedicated, have been dedicated for so long, should have finished everything by now, every single thing by now. I guess what they should be doing is just a revision, right? In our tutorial, we are done with all the topic, right? So I suggested that I suggested that so that in case of those who are just trying to catch up, probably they started reading late, or one thing or the other, they are not prepared well, right? So now, how do you know the topics that are important? The key lies in your past question. When treating past question, there are certain topics that are repeated in a single year more than 3 times. In a single year more than 4 times, right? More than 4 times. So those are the topics that you should know, right? Like for the past 2 years and 3 years, Jam love asking questions on fruit. As biology students should know that on fruit and ecology. So those topics now, ecology and fruit, you should know them like you know your name. I don't want to get around what I'm trying to say. You should know them like you know your name. Why? Because according to statistics, this Jam has always been repeating those questions. Do you get that? So you should know that Ele, I must know it too, regardless of what happened. I should know this particular topic. Right? English now. What's the most important topic you should know? Concord. All the rules of Concord. You must know them. Is that very clear? Right? Diphthongs, triphthongs, just oral English. You should know them. How to answer comprehension passages very well. You should know them. Those are the important topics. So is that clear? Is this clear now, Eniola? Just commenting this conversation. Is that clear? Okay. As Asunta, you just still hearing me. Actually, sorry. All right. Is there any question or we are all good? Are we all good? Are we all good? You can use the comment section, right? Are we all good? All right, all right, all right. I believe no one. Okay, good boy, I cite you. All right, so I believe everyone is good now. So please and please focus on things that matters the most. Sorry, Faith. I think your network is bad, but I'm going to send the recording to the Telegram group, right? So you get access to it. Hmm? Sorry for the poor network. Okay, thank you so much for actually honoring this invite. Right? Tomorrow we'll have a very powerful prayer session, right? That's We'll have a very powerful prayer session tomorrow. That has always been our way, right? Right from day one, right? So a day to the exam or a day to when the exam will be starting, we'll have a prayer session, which is tomorrow, 18th, right? We'll have a prayer session where we discuss, we pray, we thank God for all what has been in our life and the rest. So if you have your friend, if you attend tutorial, a physical tutorial, Okay, that will be communicated to you, right? That will become the time will be communicated to you. Um, it will definitely be in the evening. Let's say from 8 upward. But I'll tell you that I will inform you about the time tomorrow morning or in the afternoon, right? Willingly. So if you have friends you love, maybe your classmates in your tutorial, just send a link to them, right? Send a link to them so that they also participate, right? This prayer is for everyone, both Muslim and Christian, right? So come and be blessed. Hmm? So I pray that all your effort will not be in vain. And I also pray that this will be your last jam ever, right? This will be your last jam ever. Because I'm pretty sure most of you have written jam once, some people twice. And writing jam is not funny. Like, it's very, very stressful, honestly speaking. It's very, very stressful. But I believe that this time around will be different, right? The questions which you be getting that day will favor you to be what you read and what you understand, not things you might have forgotten, right? So don't worry, things will go according to plan. Things will go fine, and I expect, and in short, I'm seeing a lot of 300 already, a lot of 300, a lot of 300. I believe a lot of people will score 300, right, by God's special grace. Thank you so much, everyone, for honoring this invite, right? So please invite a friend. Tomorrow, don't miss it. The prayer session, don't miss it. Right from the one, a lot of testimonies, we've received a lot of testimonies, right? So please don't miss it. And if you are chanced, it's not a must to, it's not a must to, but if you are chanced or you feel like you can just um fast, you can just fast from 6 a.m. in the morning to 12 p.m. It will help a lot. But if you are someone that like food, or you have ulcer, or you get tired easily when you fast, then no problem. You can. It's not a must. It's not a must. I guess what is important is that you work your eyes are on Jesus. You say foodie, your eyes are on Jesus, right? That's what is most important to me. But if you feel, oh, you want to go the extra mile, right, you can just fast from 6 to 12. I put it that way so that it will be convenient for everyone. 6 to 12 is enough. Uh-huh. But it's not a must, as I've said. Hmm? All right, thank you so much, everyone. 300 gang. I call you guys 300 gang. Right, thank you so much for, and God bless you. Hmm? Take care of yourself. Okay, Mary, if you're an ulcer patient, I don't I don't expect you to fast actually. Yeah. That means I can eat. Yeah, you can eat from 12. Yeah, now sure. Now you can eat from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. So just from 6 a.m. to 12, right? From 6 a.m. to 12. So if you're an ulcer patient, please don't fast. Fast is not a must. Like it's not a must at all. Right? Yes, okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for contributing. Thank you, everyone. God bless you, and good night. Good night. Good night.